All right. Hey, everybody. So we are now back to Luminous Gear. We're back to the review of this chair. On the last video, if you guys caught it, I did a review, an unbox on this chair that I'm sitting on, just to kind of get an idea of like what the unboxing was like and how the packaging was. If you were here and you caught the video, the boxing wasn't like super great. It was torn on some areas, it was warped, some areas where actually just not holding together on the packing tape, and it actually bottomed out on my way bringing it down here. So today's review is about the actual whole process, including that whole situation with how I had to get it, out of the box and how terrible the packing was, and giving you guys the idea of if it's worth buying this or not. I feel in the review that we'll cover some areas and then I'll give you my thoughts. So here's the chair, as you guys can see. This is the whole chair right here. We've got these areas of the pillows that come out. It does go all the way around. It has a 360. It does as well come out for your feet, so that's nice. As you guys can see, this is pretty well. It all feels really good. For me, this area doesn't work. If you guys would like to see, I am 6'3", and my foot hangs out over it. The balance on it isn't the best, kind of pushes a little forward, but I didn't necessarily buy it for this. But if you are under that, it would be great for you. If you're under the mark, it does say on the review, or at least in the Amazon description, that it's supposed to be for 5'10", but for someone my height, it's pretty hard to find. Overall, for the building, I would not recommend that you pay for the expert assembly that's showing to be about $66. I mean, maybe you would just want someone to do it for you. I, on the other hand, did it myself, and I don't think it was that hard. It was just some screws. I just had to put this on top. Let me get off for you guys. I just had to put this on top of the stand, and I just had to shove this in over here, and then I had to screw these armrests in. Speaking on the armrests, I do want to mention, though, that would be my biggest downfall. These armrests, no matter how much you screw them in, they're going to still be a little wobbly. And I screwed them in as tight as I could. And I believe it was on this side that I actually stripped one of the screws. I mean, luckily for me, I got it in as far as I could before it stripped. But if it ever comes loose, it's going to be, I have to replace it or try to hammer it in, So I didn't like that. I think that these could be done a little better. They don't exactly hold, and I don't want to put a lot of weight on them. Another issue I have is maybe for other people. I'm not exactly a bigger person. As you can see, my weight from here, I kind of have to stick my arms out a little to get it. And so I don't like that. Also, for the pillow rest right here, you guys, I mean, I can take it off and then I can put it back on, but for how whatever this is exactly used for, maybe you guys will like it more. Me, it kind of sits on my neck right there. It's not exactly the most comfortable. Like, it's supposed to go, I guess, between the neck. I feel better without it. So you guys maybe will want it. Another thing I wanted to go over with you guys is just some of the reviews that are on Amazon, and kind of touch base on some of those reviews. Let you guys get an idea if you still want to get this, and then I'll tell you if I think still that it was worth getting it. Let me go through and find some of the reviews, and I just want to kind of touch. Mainly, I want to just kind of touch on some of the 1 stars so that you guys get an idea. So, I got one here that says, I've had the chair for 5 months. The fake leather is torn on the seat, arms, and base. Arm rests are still loose and unstable, which I talked about. They still kind of just, I think they could be a little bit better. It says footrest broke about 2 months in and was never used. Overall trash. and not worth a penny. Contacted Celebrate Warranty, and they offered a $30 to fix the chair myself, or $30 to fix the chair myself. And at this point, it is not fixable, but hey, read the review and buy the chair anyways, and you'll be disappointed just like the other 50 people in these bad reviews. So, I mean, some of these areas, that's where I get the idea that the armrests aren't the greatest. I mean, I don't feel that they're going to go out. I just don't think that. I mean, if you try to push sideways maybe on them when you rest, maybe they might give out. I don't know yet. I feel it's still too soon to give you guys my total worth on it. Let's go to another review here that I know that I read about. It shows, I'm looking for specific about the base. A lot of these reviews here talk about the bottom base underneath the bottom of here, that it shows that it has been broken. And that does concern me because sometimes when I sit sideways to lean over, I do hear like a click noise. So I get a little nervous. I'm hoping that the base doesn't give out. I mean, my overall experience, I hope to make it at least a year long. Let's see. Not showing the base ones I wanted to read. Okay, here's a good one. First off, the chair came defective. The back piece that attaches to the arm is misaligned. I did notice that when I put mine in. It did seem like it went a little to the right, but I felt that I just had to get it in the right spot when it hooked in, because once I put it in, it was to the right, and I moved it another like 180 and put the base back in, and it seemed to be straight. So maybe it was just their first try of putting that in, but I want to make that clear to you guys that that can be a thing too. And then it says, they did say it leaned to the right, even though we double checked all of the bolts since it was first time setting this up. We only had about a month, and now both arms are about to snap off. My son received a cheaper racing chair and the footrest, and it's much better of a quality. So this person says that it could be a better quality too for the one they got, not this one. Let's see. Another one talks about the arm right here. It says first, oh, that's the same person. No, this is a different one that says, first off, the chair came defective. The back piece that attaches to the arm is misaligned. Basically, a screw goes through the back arm into the back piece, except for the female part of the thread to receive the screw is at a 45-degree angle for some reason. I try realigning it with a hammer, but no luck. Only 1/4 was like that for some reason. But based on the huge mistake, I suggest don't buy this. The back cushions also really are awkward designed in terms of how they attach. So like I told you, the pillow piece and down here, I mean, I can unsnap them and I can put them back in. They're just kind of odd. But like he said, so it sounds like he hammered us in. I would not recommend doing that. I mean, I did on my screws here, because it was stripped, I did hammer over here a little bit to try to get the screw in a little better, but I'm not going to do that again. I wouldn't recommend that. Also, I haven't been able to figure out what these buttons are over here, if you guys can see that. There's like a click button. It doesn't really make any sense to have these click buttons right here. I will hope that you guys can see this a little better. I know it's dark in here. There's not much to it. But if you guys can see, when I'm pushing, this arm wobbles pretty well. Like, I don't want to really try to screw much more in, but I don't really know if this is going to come. Oh, never mind, you guys. I think, okay. Well, that's something I didn't know. So, that didn't even tell me in the instructions that brings the armrest up and down. So there we go. That's another thing if you guys want to know. That wasn't in my instructions to talk about that. Or in the instructions they had, sorry. So those are some of the bad reviews. I don't want you guys to just keep going all through and thinking that it's a bad chair. So far, I don't think it's that bad. But some of the things that these people have pointed out, I have kind of wondered, and I kind of agree with them. We'll leave it there for the bad ones. And then there's a couple good reviews on here I do want to touch. So a lot of these talk about the racing chair being a decent price, and that it does help with their arm and their back, and it does have a good adjustability. That's why I picked this one up out of other ones, was because I did need something that goes higher off the ground. So, I mean, it has a good rest, and I have a certain height I need to be on my desk. But the higher you get, it kind of moves forward. So I'm like scared to sit like at the edge of a desk with this, because I don't think that it feels too tight. So that kind of worried me. Like, see, because if I sit all the way down, it feels way more sturdy. So those are about all the reviews. The overall review showing out of 164 people that it's a 3.6 out of 5. And the reason I picked it was because it was an Amazon choice. So I kind of didn't really go through the reviews, and I ended up picking this up. I'm still going to kind of give you guys reviews through this, like every week. I'm going to use this as my review chair, and we'll see how it goes through all the videos. They keep changing the price too. I remember I bought mine at $169.99, and I have Prime, and it wouldn't even let me use Prime. It wanted it for, like, I believe almost $200 with my Prime. I don't understand why Prime does that. It likes to raise the price if I want the Prime. Right now I'm showing $189 with Prime, and I paid $169 without. Some of the other, that's for my black and white, by the way. Some of these other colors are different prices. Like, I show a red and black one that's not on Prime, but with free shipping at the $169. The green one's at $181. So the prices kind of changed. I don't understand why, really. My personal preference, if you decide to get this, I definitely would want to say that be careful. So far, I mean, it talks about there is a weight to it that's 225 pounds. I'm 160. I feel I'm not going to do a lot of movement from where I am, so it's going to probably last me about the year. I'm not going to be moving around. So for now, I feel the price is okay. I mean, I am a little bit concerned about these armrests, but I don't really use them too often when I play. I'm kind of more on my lap just because these are kind of too distant from me. But that's it. If you guys have any questions about this chair, or if you guys actually even have other things that you want me to review off of Amazon, you know, send me something in the comments. Definitely still give me a like, you know, subscribe. We're going to do this once a week, whether it be something new or we're talk about other ideas, other things that I want to be getting for us to review, or if you guys have other ideas that you want me to review, let me know. All right.